Hi there. If you're watching this, you're probably coming from my Patreon, Instagram, or my Tumblr, so thanks for tuning in. I figured now would be a good time to start making videos about my art and stuff like that, seeing as I'm now on campus, and I think I've gotten a pretty good following right now. Sorry if the audio sounds a bit weird. I'm currently recording in my shower in my suite, so it's just that the AC in my room is so fucking loud. Alright, well, if you don't know me, hi, I'm Mateo. You can call me Matt if you want to, and I'm a gay Mexican trans artist, also known as Pit Smits online. I'm almost a year on testosterone, which is pretty dope. I'm in my sophomore year of college. I major in Spanish education with a certificate in Latin American studies, and will be minoring in women, gender, and sexuality studies as well. I've been online art-wise since my 5th grade Warrior Cat DeviantArt phase, but I didn't gain traction until my first webcomic, Static. Now I do commissions, Patreon artwork, both safe for work and not safe for work, and I'm currently working on a Breath of the Wild fan comic. The reason why you're seeing this video now is because my birthday is today, also known as September 6th. I'm turning 19, the big Jared cannot read, if you will. I do a new Meet the Artist on my birthday and at the start of a new year. It just helps keep track of how far I've progressed art-wise and how much I've changed as a person. Currently, I'm just working on line work on the video. I usually just kind of do a really basic sketch and then just like jump into it immediately. So I don't really do any of that refined sketching bullshit. I just do it. I know things are not looking bright in the world considering the rise of fascism amidst a global pandemic, but if there's one thing that keeps me going, it is spite and homosexuality. Spite because I hate bigots and I know them seeing me talk about intersections of race and stuff like that makes them upset. And homosexuality because I love my boyfriend and I will do everything in my power to make sure I can kiss him safely, so... But I also know that in the end, so many people are going to come out this year as better people, and the ones that refuse to change will just be left behind. Even though I see a lot of the bad, I just can't help seeing the good. Maybe that's because I've surrounded myself by so much good to help with the bad, but I just like to try and stay optimistic despite the person in my brain telling me things will just continue to get worse. I don't want to get too into things since this is just a video where I'm just drawing, but I guess I can just give life updates for now. I'm dorming on campus now, which is pretty cool. Last year I was a commuter, which kind of sucked, and I'm living in a suite with 3 of my friends, one of them being my best friend. We each have our separate dorm rooms, but we share the kitchen, bathroom, shower, which is what I'm in now, and a common room, which is basically like a living room. There are currently no positive cases on campus in terms of the virus, but there were 2 last week. These people, however, tested positive before school had even started, so I guess they were just logging them in anyway. Classes are now kicking in, and I honestly enjoy all the ones I'm taking, but if I had to rank them from favorite to least favorite, they'd be my Latino Lit course, my Gender 101, my education class, and then my Spanish class. I know it doesn't really make sense considering I'm a Spanish major, so like why is Spanish my least favorite class out of the ones I'm taking now? Honestly, it's just because it's about Spain history, which like is cool I guess, but I have more interest in Latin America as a whole. Currently in the video, I'm still working on line art. Sometimes I just like to go over the spots that are a little bit thinner. I like the thicker line weight on the outside of the line art instead of the inside. I don't know, it just kind of gives it more depth. And there I am. I don't think I'm definitely not as buff as I drew myself, but a man can dream, can't he? I'm drawing on my iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil. What's pretty dope about my school is that they issue everyone a MacBook and an iPad as part of our tuition, so I've been using both for schoolwork and stuff. I mostly use my iPad for drawing on Procreate though. When I'm not using my iPad, I use my XP Pen Artist 15 and connect it to my MacBook where I use Clip Studio Paint. I usually try to do larger pieces, commissions, or comic pages on my MacBook, just so I can distinguish between the time to work and time to sketch. The iPad that I use mostly to complete Patreon-related content like NSFW and Safe for Work sketch requests and fan art. By the way, if you do want to check out my Patreon, the link to that will be below. Keep in mind that I do draw adult content, so only subscribe to that specific tier if you are legally of age to view that content. I don't want anyone seeing that who's not, supposed to. My $2 tier gives you access to Safe for Work art, sketches, and comic pages as I finish them. My $5 tier gives you access to PDF sketchbooks, process videos, and YouTube video content like what you're seeing right now, except only earlier. I also do live streams for my monthly Safe for Work and NSFW sketch requests. That's usually done on my Discord for my patrons. And of course, only support me on Patreon if you want to and are able to. This is currently my only job because while I am a college student, I've thankfully got enough support on here to not really need to return to my part-time on campus. I'm grateful for that, and I try to dedicate as much time as possible to Patreon content when I'm not sleeping or going to class. And to be honest, I would very much not like to return to my part-time because not only is living off my Patreon content kind of a dream right now, but I don't want to go back to my part-time considering I was always yelled at by screaming parents on the phone that they had to pay their loans, which what the fuck, man? I'm not the loan servicer, I'm just a kid behind the phone. I had an issue with importing the video in terms of the video maybe not processing completely, so I thought in order to fix that problem, I would just show some parts of the Procreate time process video that comes with the app, just to fill in the spots that didn't import correctly, or maybe some of the spots that you can't really see that well. I just thought it was a nice mix between real life me drawing and drawing the speed paint you see through Procreate. Well, anyway, that should be the finished piece. Took me about 2 hours or so to do over a period of 3 days, so it was about an hour or so for each day. You can find the full speed paint of this piece on my Patreon, or you could just look at it right now. That's alright too. Anyway, thanks for watching, and a special thank you to my patrons. See ya.